J-Drone here. This is the SS360 drone that I picked up at Turkey Hill. I paid about $24 and change. I got it half off of their advertisement price, which was $50, which they claimed to be half off of $100. If anybody picked this drone up for $100, you need to get yourself checked. If you picked it up for $50, it was probably an impulse buy, as they had them at the cash register, and it's probably like, oh look, drone, great Christmas present, $50, I'm gonna grab it. You got robbed. I mean, I'm brutally honest here with you guys. $50 is way too much for this quad. It doesn't come with a camera. It is a lighter drone. It only has, I believe, no, it has 3 speed settings. So okay, speed settings are good, but as far as not having a camera and being a smaller, lighter drone, it's worth what I paid for it. 24 and change. 20 some dollars is a good price for this. $50 is overpriced. $100, again, you might want to go ahead and get yourself checked. You can get a lot of drones for $100 that would dominate this drone all day. Lights are blinking on the front. Orientation lights are blinking underneath. This is a RTF flight, ready to fly out of the box. I've not done a charge on this. I'm trying to see how long this will fly, and if it is rated RTF. If you can go buy this and then you can get it home and you can put batteries in the controller, you can connect the LiPo to the connection and get it out in the air. As of right now, we're pushing a minute and a half. I think the shortest RTF flight I've ever gotten was like a 2-minute flight, but that's still RTF. That's 2 minutes that you were able to get it in the air to see if you like the drone, see if the controller works with the drone like this does. The connectivity from the drone to the controller is awesome. And did you just see that? That's merry-go-round. I have it in the 3rd speed setting, and when you do your yaw, it's extremely fast. It's doing a merry-go-round spin. Let's see if I could show you that here. Bam! Pretty cool feature. I don't believe it's advertised on the box that it does that, so definitely something to watch out for. If you're flying in wind like I am, which 8-mile-an-hour wind for the small quad is probably a little bit too much for it, but I'm up for a challenge. Definitely watch out for that, because if you're up high and you do that yaw, you're probably going to lose your orientation, because there are no extremely bright markers that are going to tell you what's your front and your back. The propellers are the same color. Your tree catchers, which are your prop guards, are the same color, and you're probably going to have a hard time figuring out what your orientation is after you get out of that tornado spin. There's the regular speed rate, and bam! Almost took my head off there, and bam! Tree catchers work 100%. So if you hear me referring to prop guards as tree catchers, that's why. If the drone didn't have the prop guards on it, it probably wouldn't be stuck in the tree right now. I'm not going to leave it up there. This is my first time flying it, and even if it was my 100th time flying it, I wouldn't leave it up there. I'm going to go ahead and climb this. If you take note, there are large thorns all over this tree. So before I go up, and before you go up in a tree, you should examine the tree and make sure you're not going to stick your hand in like an 1 to 2 inch thorn, because 1, it'll hurt, and 2, you'll probably be bleeding. I'm trying to break these off as much as possible, that way I can get good hand grips here. And we're going to try to shake it out of the tree, and it is not coming out, so obviously we're going to have to climb up higher, and then I'll try to shake it out again. If not, then I'll just climb all the way up top and just go ahead and grab it, which I really don't want to do, because again, this tree is covered in thorns, and as I'm going up, I have to watch my hand placement, and I also have to continually breaking off these thorns. And shake, 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 and bam! It's down. So mild quality control here. It's on the ground. If it flies after falling from that height, you know you're probably safe for it to fall from like 50 feet. And that's probably close to what that is, 40-50 feet up in the air, and not have any issues. So quality control, a little bit of durability testing going on here by accident, and it landed on its feet like a cat. Pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and pick up my keys. That's a little look at the transmitter. Very odd looking transmitter, has lots of trim buttons. Your upper right button, that's gonna control your flips. RTF, you're probably not going to be able to flip, because the drone itself is noticing the battery's low and not at peak position, so you have your lights flashing, and it will not allow you to do your flips RTF out of the box because it's blinking, your battery's low. Your upper left controller, upper left button on your controller is to control the speeds to get to that third speed rate, which is going to throw you in a tree even if you're a seasoned vet flying in wind, because you have to immediately figure out your orientation and fly away from that tree that the wind pushed it towards. And as you see, I'm stuck in it. So again, the propellers are free. I'm going to try to get it out flying, and bam, if the propellers weren't free, I would not have tried that. And we are going to test the propellers. They're stuck. I'm not going to continue throttling on those propellers because I don't want to burn out a motor. So we're going to go over here, we're going to give the tree a shake and see if it'll fall down. If not, we're going to climb up a little bit higher and try to get down, but very easily was able to come down. Again, if the propeller guards were not on this quad, the likelihood of that getting stuck in the tree is like 10%. With propeller guards on, you're 90% going to get stuck in a tree if you get close to it and you hit it. So be aware of that. If you're flying indoors, have your propeller guards on. It'll protect it from when you get in the ceiling, and it'll also protect it from hitting walls that you don't damage your propellers. So little propeller guard safety and knowledge for any newbies. Seasoned flyers, you guys know this, and if you didn't know, now you know. As you can see, it has decent range. I shouldn't be flying that high because, again, wind. I'm dealing with strong wind here, and that's what'll happen. I'm dealing with a quadcopter that's very light and 9-mile-an-hour wind. You're gonna have issues. Again, I'm a seasoned flyer and I'm having these issues. If you are a newbie with this drone, this is your first drone, it is windy out. Winter, we deal with wind, especially in northeast Pennsylvania. You're not going to want to take this out. I can't find it right now. Okay, I can't see it, I can't find it. So I'm going to throttle up on the transmitter, the controller, and bam, I'm able to see it, or hear it, so to say, and it's up in the tree. So there's this massive stick over here, because this tree, if I climbed it, it'd probably be like a cartoon and probably just bend over and I'd end up on the ground, which is one way to get it, I guess. But we're going to try to tap at it with this. See if we get it down here. I will have a full flight review of this. If you're sick of me playing in trees with this video, I do apologize. But I wasn't going to scrap this video. This is learning experience. And that's why I post this. I don't post every drone that, bam, it's a impeccable flyer, you're not going to get caught in trees. No. These are honest posts for me, and that's why I'm showing you this. This drone's going to get caught in trees if you fly with the propeller guards on and you fly an 8-mile-an-hour wind. Plain and simple. Unless you're in a wide open soccer field or something, 90% of people are going to be flying around a residential area, and if you're more dense residential area than what I'm in, where my house is the only house on this side of the street, and I have a couple neighbors across the side of the street, if you're in the city or something, you're probably going to land this on somebody's roof. Don't fly it in the wind. It probably would not be smart for you to do, because as you can see, I'm getting caught in trees. If you're in a dense residential neighborhood or a city, you're probably going to land it on somebody's roof, and getting it back's not going to be that easy. There's a tornado spin for you again. And again, keep your eye on the two little lights in front. That's how you tell your orientation. And the battery's probably just about done here. I'm J Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And have a wonderful day. Again, this was a $20-some-odd drone from Turkey Hill.